So you are thinking about moving to McKinney, and in this video, we're actually going to take you all around the McKinney area. We're going to show you on the map where some of the historic areas are. We're going to talk about some of the cool places to hang out. We're even going to show you some of the neighborhoods that we've toured around the McKinney area, so you can get a really good idea about what it's like living in McKinney, where everything is located, talking about distance to Dallas and proximity to all the things that are around McKinney. Now, as you guys can see, I'm back in a sling. Unfortunately, I had surgery because I broke my collarbone again. But don't worry, that is not going to keep us from getting out there and getting you great video content. Just know the next few weeks, you'll probably see me walking around with the sling. And that's okay. We are on the road to recovery. All right, let's go ahead and hop in the map. I want to show you guys where McKinney is located in relation to Dallas, Texas. Okay, so now that we've hopped on the map, McKinney is located right here outlined in the red areas. Now, McKinney is located just north of Dallas, and we're going to zoom out a little bit so you can see where McKinney is in relation to Dallas. So you've got McKinney right up here, and then Dallas is just due south. So if you were working anywhere in the Allen, Plano, come down through Richardson into the downtown Dallas area, your most direct route is actually going to be most likely 75. So that's called Central Expressway. You could also easily get in over to Frisco, easily get into the Carrollton area, Garland, Wiley. So really, one of the reasons that people are moving to the McKinney area is because of its location. It is so close and located near so many other great cities and the job market, and that's why so many people are moving to the McKinney area, just because of its proximity. So you're close to Dallas, you're close to other great cities, and it's easily accessible. Now let's take a look around the McKinney area, because I want to show you really some cool things. And we're going to start right here in the historic downtown area. Now, we've walked around the downtown area, and the historic downtown area is really located right here on Virginia and the Louisiana streets. Now the downtown area really is what I would consider one of the hubs of McKinney. They have got so many great restaurants, boutiques, storefronts, cafes, wine bars, art galleries. There is a great antique mall down there. And as a matter of fact, one of my absolute favorite little cafe restaurants to go to is Hugs Cafe. Now, you guys know that I was previously in education and I worked with special needs kids. Well, Hugs Cafe employs adults with intellectual or developmental disabilities. They teach them job skills and they pay them a highly competitive wage. And so anytime I am down in the McKinney area, I absolutely make it a point to stop there. And the food is absolutely amazing. The other thing about the downtown McKinney area is they have, and I'm going to see if I can get even closer down here, right here in Chestnut Square Historic Village. We've taken a walk around there, and that is a collection of homes that were built in the 1840s, 50s, 60s. So these are original homes to McKinney. They hold the farmers market down at the Chestnut Square Historic Village every Saturday between 8 o'clock to noon. And they have vendors, they have, craft vendors, they have the farmer's market where you can get fresh vegetables. So that is definitely some place that you want to take a look at and you want to stop in, because it's really cool. If you love old buildings and want to see what it was like living back in the 1800s, This is really one of the very neatest places that I've seen. All right, so here's gonna take a look at the breakdown of McKinney. So if we get a little bit further out, like I said, we've got McKinney right here. Really West McKinney. So this area that's gonna be the west part of 75. And this is going to be the area that really you're going to have some of your newer master plan communities. You've got a lot of retail shopping in this area, and you'll find places like Stone Ridge Branch. They have a golf course. You can get in a little bit closer. So they've got several of the golf courses over here. We've got some lakes that we're going to take a look around, and I'm going to show you where those are, and a lot of scenic trails. Then when you get to the east part of McKinney, so this would be considered more the eastern part. Let's see if we can draw that, kind of this area in here. The eastern part of McKinney is really beginning to experience a lot of growth and revitalization. So it's got a little more of a rural feel, but that is quickly changing. You'll see a lot of the newer communities like Simpson Crossing that we've done a video on. You definitely want to check that out. Painted Tree, which we just dropped a video on Painted Tree. That is one of the most viral communities in the McKinney area. So that is an area that is really seeing a lot of growth and expansion. And the other thing is that makes it really popular is the fact that it is so close to the downtown area. Okay, so let's talk now about shopping. Where is shopping in McKinney? Well, you've got a couple of areas. Now, of course, you've got the downtown area that's got a lot of boutiques, a lot of cute little storefronts. But if we come in right here, this is called El Dorado Plaza. So you can see you have a Trader Joe's. You've got a couple of hotels that are right in this area. El Dorado Plaza, Belk, is going to be where a lot of your Targets, your grocery stores are going to be located. And that is, you've got Texas Roadhouse, so you've got some restaurants in the area as well. So that is going to be one of the big shopping areas in the McKinney area. All right, now, if you want a really cool area, and I'm going to see if I can find this on the map. Let's see. Well, I tell you what, we're just going to search for it, okay? This is Adriatic Village. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is the Adriatic Village. This is a European-inspired village. So they have everything from restaurants, they have boutiques, they have condos, apartments, luxury-style apartments that are located right in this area. You have the lake that's right there. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, let's go ahead and I want to see if we can hop in and take a walk around so you can see what this area is like. Let's see if we can hop in. Okay, so as you can see, here is the lake, and we've got some of the apartments, the living. Let's see if we can get a little bit further. I love this area because you really get a sense of that old world feel. They've got a chapel down here where they hold weddings. How cool would that be to get married in a European-inspired chapel right on the lake? So they have got really some high-end apartments. Apparently they're doing some construction on the road that are located right here also by the lake. And then you've got the tower right over here. Let's see if we can get over to that. I don't know if it'll take me over there. Yeah, here we go. Check out this tower. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? So Adriatic Village is a very popular area that a lot of people like to go to. All right, let's go ahead and let's switch back. So Adriatic Village, like I said, is a really popular area, and it is on the west part of McKinney. All right, let's get back into the map of showing where McKinney is. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Now, some of the other areas that is good for shopping is going to be over in the Craig Ranch, Highway 121 area. So you've got 75 that runs right down here. So you've got 75. 75 is one of the major freeways that comes through the McKinney area. You also have Highway 380. Highway 380 will take you all the way over into the Denton area if you're heading to the west. And then heading east, it will take you through to Princeton, takes you to Farmersville. We've done a video over in Farmersville showing you what it's like to live over in the Farmersville area. And then you also have Highway 121, which is the Sam Rayburn Tollway. So this is an area right in here where there's a lot of shopping off of the Sam Rayburn Toll Road and the Craig Ranch area. So yes, there is going to be other shopping all the way around the McKinney area, but these are going to be some of your major shopping areas where a lot of people actually go to. All right, now let's go ahead and let's hop in, and I want to show you where some of the things to hang out and to do. And one of the places that I really like, and it's not far from the downtown area. So here we go in the downtown area. The first restaurant that's really popular is called The Yard. But the one that I really like is Tupp's Brewery. So Tupp's Brewery is located right here, just to the east of the downtown area. They have got one of the coolest outdoor areas. Matter of fact, I want to show you some pictures of this. So check this out. Here's your brewery, and they do events. They've got indoor seating, they've got outdoor seating, they've got all sorts of activities. Check this out. I just love Tupp's Brewery because it is such a fun place. And it is located down by the old grain mill. So it's just a really fun area. Now, McKinney is also known for a lot of the parks. And so they have a lot of parks in the area. And we've gone to several of the park areas, but the one, I'm going to show you several of them, but there's a couple of them that is really cool. And let me see if I can find it real quick. So I get so far out, then I lose. Here we go. The Gail Nesbitt Community Park. Now, I have to tell you, if you've got kids that are in sports, you're going to end up in this park. And it is probably one of the largest community parks that I've ever seen. In addition to the ball fields, they have got a skate park. They have got walking trails. Their community centers offer fitness classes. They have different activities throughout the season. So Gail Nesbitt Park, they've got play areas, play structures, is an amazing park. And like I said, if you've got younger kids that are involved in sports, I can promise you, you will end up in this park. Also, not far from Gail Nesbitt, you've got Urban Air Trampoline. I mean, who doesn't love a good jump on the trampoline? So you've got Urban Air Trampoline. Now, some of the other areas that we've looked at, so we've got Bonnie Wink Park. Bonnie Wink Park is so fun. They've got fitness courts. They have got splash pads. There's a dog park that they have as well. And that is one of the popular parks in the area. Then another one that we went to, and I'm going to see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Town Lake Park, Wilson Creek Park. This is a really fun park. Now, they have paddle boarding there, and I'll be real honest, when we went over there, I didn't see any of the paddle boards, but what I did see were families that were gathered in the gazebos. I saw a birthday party that was happening in the area. They're centrally located in the McKinney area. Okay, so let's talk about hospitals, because obviously healthcare is going to be very important, making sure that you've got hospitals that are going to be convenient. So you've got one hospital that's going to be right here, and this is Medical City McKinney, and it's located right off of the Sam Rayburn Toll Road, just east of 75. You also have another hospital that's going to be in the northern part right here, and it's located right off of 380 and Lake Forest Drive. This is Baylor Scott and White McKinney, which are two of the biggest hospital systems here in the Dallas Metroplex area, Medical City and the Baylor Scott and White systems. And then in nearby Plano, you also have Children's Health Plano, which is really probably a 10 or 15 minute drive from the McKinney area. So it's very convenient, very close. The other thing that is really attractive for McKinney, I mean, we've already talked about, it's got an A+ rating for the school system according to niche.com, but it also offers community college options. So just off of 75, they have got the Collin College Central Park campus. So if you have students that are wanting to do continuing education after they graduate high school, there's an option right there in McKinney. And then in nearby Frisco, which really is just right next to McKinney, they're going to have a University of North Texas campus in Frisco that is coming. So continuing education absolutely is available here in the McKinney area. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the neighborhoods that we've gone through. And I want to show you where those are. Now, one of the ones that we talked about is going to be, oh, guess what? Right here. Costco. You got to have Costco. All right. But we've got Painted Tree. So Painted Tree and it is one of the most popular communities that is in the McKinney areas. It's a master plan community, and it is got some amazing amenities. So you've got Painted Tree that's located in the northern part of McKinney. All right. Now, if we get a little bit further east, we've also done several different communities that are going to be just east of McKinney. So when you're looking at some of the newer growth areas, we've got right down in this area, you've got Simpson Crossing, and it is McKinney, and it is McKinney ISD. Even though you're getting a little bit further out there, we are still in the McKinney area. And then as we go in, so Trinity Falls is one of the communities where they've done a lot they call it living in nature is really the way that they are presenting it, because it is in the really far north part of McKinney, but they've done a lot to make sure that they preserve the nature. They've got huge lakes. I think if I remember correctly, there's like 5 different lakes or ponds, if you will. But this is your 75 heading north, and we'll scroll out just a little bit. So you'll see this is right in that northern part of McKinney. That has also been a really popular neighborhood that people are looking for. So that gives you really kind of an idea of McKinney, where it's located, what there is to do around the McKinney area. It is so convenient to get into Dallas, and they are actually building an amphitheater in McKinney that is going to be one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. They're going to have an amphitheater with outdoor box seating, with fire pits. I cannot wait for that to open. So that'll be a lot of fun to go and see concerts outside and with having the fire pits, even when it gets on those chilly evenings. So that's our tour around the map of McKinney. Make sure that you drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Does McKinney sound like it's going to be a place that you're interested in? But check out our other McKinney videos that we've done. We've done tours around McKinney, what it's like to live in McKinney, and we've toured several of the communities in the McKinney area as well. And as always, make sure that you drop us a line, give us a call. We would be happy to answer any of your questions about what it's like living in the Dallas area and the surrounding areas. And as always, we will see you guys around the town.